Action Henk, huh, Cal?
Yes.
Okay.
Action Henk is a game. It was at the Indie Mega Booth. I was wandering around, and basically, it was one of my free days at PAX. On my free days, I get to walk around and just look at games that catch my eye. This is a game that caught my eye.
I think it was your free day.
Yeah.
Those were your free days. We didn't have a lot of free time at PAX.
No, you're right, because Sunday we had like 1 hour of free time.
So you just stumbled across Action. You were not planning on absorbing Action Henk that day. But Henk found you and said, Kyle, have a seat.
Yes. And this is just visually like an immediately appealing game. And this,
to anyone or to Cal Bossman?
I think to anyone. I mean, they're probably watching the B-roll at this point. They're probably saying, wow, this does look really interesting.
Kyle was right.
Yeah. The weird thing is, I don't normally like games like this. This game is about going through the levels fast, and that's it. Mm-hmm. There's no story. There's no cutscenes.
Well, getting through the levels, period, at some point. It looked like, because when you were playing in the beginning, it looked pretty fun, and then you definitely hit a wall as far as difficulty was concerned.
Yeah, but I don't consider a level finished until I get a medal in it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's it, right? Basically, to explain this game, you're racing a ghost, and you choose your own ghost, which I like. You kind of set your own goals. You say, well, I want to get a bronze medal in this one, so you race a bronze medal ghost. And if you want a gold medal, you race a gold medal ghost. And what I do like about this game is it's like flow. It feels good to play as this character. And to me, the best way to describe it is there's one mobile game I like a lot called Tiny Wings. It's the only one I can't delete. And Tiny Wings is a game where you're a bird and you got hills. And you press down on the hill and release. And basically that's what Henk can do. He's got 3 moves. Jump and then slide. And when you're sliding, you slide down a hill and then you jump at the end. And it just, that feels good. That's like a good feeling.
Well, we were chatting earlier, but that's ATV and MX, just like motocross.
Right.
Whenever
you add an element of you're controlling.
So I remember being so frustrated in like the PS1 days when I first started playing games like that, and I'm like, why are all the other bikes making this jump, but I can't make that jump?
Yeah.
And it's like really maximizing your momentum going into it, your stance coming out of it. So that can be very addicting.
Right. Yeah. And I love that. I love doing that. And basically, talking about Action Henk, I wanted to talk about high score games.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There are some games where just your objective is to get the high score, and that's absolutely what Action Henk is. And I feel like there's totally a place for games like that still.
Well, that used to be games, period.
Right.
That was arcade games.
Yeah.
That's why you put yourself on a leaderboard, is because you had that high score. And Guitar Hero is one of the first games that comes to mind. That game is all about points.
Yeah.
That's the last game I think I remember playing, and I replayed something purely to get more points. Doesn't happen that often.
So you would already have as many stars you need to progress, and you're like, I could do more points than that.
Yeah. But I could beat that score.
Yeah.
Or I would hear somebody would say, oh, I got a mill or something on that song.
Because that's
or just breaking 1 million, or breaking 500,000, or hitting that mark.
Honestly, leaderboards, one of my least favorite things about the 7th generation. I think Xbox Live did a lot to push the medium of video games forward, but that requirement that every Xbox Live game must have a leaderboard is insane to me, and I think was so limiting to how you think of video games. And it's like, hey, our video game doesn't have points. It's like, well, you don't have points, you still need a leaderboard. So how fast did you finish your level? And that just makes me furious, because a lot of games shouldn't be about how fast can I beat this level. They should be about you doing this thing.
Well, different. I mean, in some games, different levels of competition come to light. You can have games that are meant to be played a certain way, and players come along and they're like, hey, I found this other thing that you get onto it that's much more exciting. This is the way my friends and I play this game. And so maybe leaderboards, will excite people, or entice people into doing that, to thinking oh, I didn't think about trying to beat that level fast, but maybe I will. Kind of like achievements, it's a double-edged sword. Achievements can suck. They can be totally pointless. I've played games where I don't even, they're annoying. I turn the notification off. I don't look back after I finish the game to see if there's anything I missed.
That's
And then other games like open world games a lot, because I find that a lot of those achievements will lead you towards fun areas or unlocking Easter eggs and stuff. So
there are games you don't even peek at what achievements you got for?
Yeah, I don't care.
Wow.
Well, in indie games, something I played really quick and then I'm done.
Oh man, I don't have that strength. I'm always curious about what I've done, and just oh cool, I got that one. So that you don't even have that feeling of just oh, I'm cool for getting that.
Not for some games. Yeah, it's happened.
Man, I wish I had that. That's so cool to me.
Kyle, there's one thing that we need to stress first before we continue this any further.
Sure.
And that is, Action Hank is a action figure.
Yeah.
And you were in a child's bedroom, which I
Yeah.
thought was like a level. And I'm like, oh, the next level will be like a volcano or something.
Yeah.
But they're all kids' bedroom levels.
Yes, every single level. And I mean,
Okay.
it's early access. I think they may have said they'll do maybe more worlds, but every level that's in
Like
this
the
early
backyard
access version.
or
yeah.
sandbox, perhaps.
Right.
But he's still an action figure, right?
Yeah, highly.
A fat action figure.
Yeah. He's cool. You like Hank. Yeah, you can unlock his trainer too, which is cool. He's got a female trainer who just runs around with dumbbells. What I like is like he's a real toy. You know what I mean? You can see his joints, and he actually like functions as a toy. And we've talked about toy games a lot, you and I. Most times, I don't like games where you're playing as a toy, because I don't want to be playing as a person playing as a toy. But here I'm playing as a toy who's playing in this world. I love that.
Okay.
Everything's like everything makes sense in this practical world, sort of. You're on like Hot Wheels tracks. The floor turns to lava when you get close to it, which I really love. So most of the time it looks like a normal floor, but if you're about to touch it, it fades into lava. It feels I don't know. You feel like a weird toy who's just having fun while the kids are going.
But he's got a trainer. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't blur the lines of realism a little bit. That they actually need to hire someone to.
Oh, his trainer
train.
is a toy as well. She's like probably a girl's toy, like a Barbie.
I just want to find that line because it's funny when it crosses over. I wonder, like, what would it take for Action Hank for you not to enjoy it?
For the world to break?
Yeah. What could they add to that world that it would put a frown on your face and you'd be like, I'm done with you, Hank. This is too real, Hank.
I guess if he like got hungry and wanted food, I would get angry. If there were things that like even the things that float, the floating platforms have strange helicopters on top of them. So like, well, this is why this is floating. You know, I love things like that. No floating platform without a reason for it to be floating is pretty great.
So how many points are you aiming to get in this game of points?
No, I want medals. I want a medal.
Medals,
I want a
okay.
medal for each thing. And basically, I got to a point in Action Hank where I'm unable to progress because it is too hard, which is pretty intense.
And you don't think you would be able to get to that point so that you get better at it, or you think like the time investment to gain the skills necessary to beat this level, it's not worth it?
Right. Well, I mean, it's probably worth it to some people. It definitely, I feel like it's early access. I haven't played what it will be the entire game.
It's early access and you're already done.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, no, I think that they're definitely adding more before they sell it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Are you going to jump back in with Hank and check out the new stuff?
Yeah, maybe I might. I really like this game. I like how oh man, the sliding's so great.
Do you think that's an issue with early access, that if you find a game that you really like, and you think, well, they are going to add more stuff, like maybe, okay, I know I like it, I know I'm going to play it when it finally comes out, maybe I should step away rather than just like, get it all out of my system. And then they did add this really cool mode or this other thing, and it launches, but you're like, oh, I already did. Hank and I have already been there, done that.
I mean, it's already on your hard drive.
Hank and I go a
All
long
you would
way.
have to do is update it.
And get back into it, get yourself psyched up to play this game with all these other awesome games coming out.
Oh man,
The games are coming, Kyle. I mean, we're right at the precipice of a great gaming chasm.
Action Hank doesn't take a lot of, like some games I got to get into. Action Hank is a high score game. You know what I mean? You don't have to get into it.
He just winks at you, and you're like, "Yeah, Hank,
He's not.
I'm
a winker.
ready."
Dude,
No, he's not a winker.
He's an action hero.
He's a big, portly action hero, and he's like in a tank top and shorts.
Yeah.
Action Hank.
Action Hank, and I mean, he's got unlockable costumes. One of them looks exactly like Sonic the Hedgehog, which I really like.
Like he's in a furry outfit.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's got cones on his head. He looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm searching for an out here. I'm not finding it, Kyle. Let's wrap this up.
Action Hank also has a grappling hook. Goodbye, everybody.
The end.